Let's say this briefly this morning. You know, yesterday I wrote something on my status about praise and worship. Briefly, let me just distinguish between praise and worship. You know, worship is like acknowledging what God, praise rather is like acknowledging what God has done. It's like giving God the glory for things He has done, things He will do, and things we continue to do. Most times it could be in singing and dancing. In singing and dancing, that's praise. Oh Lord, you have done it. Thank you for doing it. Thank you for being God. Thank you for keeping to your words. That is praise. Worship, on the other hand, is a deeper acknowledgement of who God is. Worship is centered on who God is. See, there is a difference between praise and worship, which I just distinguished now. Worship is truly acknowledging who God is. Worship is a deeper conviction of you about God. It's a personal interaction between a father and a son, a father and a daughter, a father and a child kind of conversation. You know, some people mistake worship song for request song. In worship song, you don't mention any other thing other than acknowledging that Jesus is Lord, other than acknowledging the supreme mercy of God. In worship song, you don't cry because you have problems. You don't cry because you are owing your landlord. You don't cry because your business has crumbled. When you're crying during worship period, you are crying because Jesus is supreme. Jesus is Lord. Because you cannot fathom how come He has loved you this much. How come He has sacrificed everything to still be your God, despite your unrighteousness, despite your sinful ways. So there's a difference between a praise song, which is acknowledging who God is and thanking Him for what He has done, what He will do, and what we continually doing. Worship is a personal interaction with God. In worship, you acknowledge God alone. You don't mention your problems, you don't mention your issues. It's not a revival song, it's not a request song, it's not an acknowledgement song. It's you just loving God for who He is, not for because of what He did or what He has done or what He will do. And in worshiping and in praise, some person seems to bring in warfare song. Warfare song is not a worship song. It's not a praise. It's not a praise song. Warfare song is a song that prepares you for battle. You want to charge yourself up to pray. You want to charge yourself. You want to charge the atmosphere. That is what warfare song is. It has nothing to do with praise song. It has nothing to do with worship song. Then we come to the request song. The request song is not like you asking God for things. Asking God, please do this for me. You know, God, please do this for me. God, I know you can do this for me. You know, I need a miracle in my life. I need a miracle. I need your favor in my life. Like those songs. Those songs are request songs. And we also have the revival song. The revival song, like, give me oil in my lamp, keep me burning. You are telling God to stir you up for His work, not for the work of man, not for the work of anybody. So there's a difference between a praise song and a worship song, a request song and a complaint song. Because in the church these days, we have a lot of songs that we not mistake to be worship. We have a lot of songs that we not mistake to be praise songs. See, whenever you are praising or worshiping God, it should be to God alone. Where you add something into it and start asking requests or start crying because of what you are going through, it's no longer praise. It's no longer worship. Those tears to be dropping because of who God is, because of His majesty, power, because of His supreme mercy, because of His undiluted love, because of who He is as God, not because of what you want. So sometimes we offer worship and we offer diluted worship. What do I call diluted worship? In the midst of your worship, you are bringing in your problems. In the midst of worship, you are bringing in your infirmity. And whenever you're worshiping God and you start thinking of things that have hurt you in past, or things that is going to hurt you in past, or things that you are supposed to do and you have not done, it's no longer a worship. In worship, our spirit is supposed to be totally submitted to God. I have a very, very deep revelation about worship. I have a very, very deep revelation about praise and worship, most especially about worship. God gave me this one personally. So worship is not when you start requesting. Worship is not when you start crying because of your personal problems. It is when you are giving it all to God, acknowledging Him for who He is, just because you are God. And don't forget, let me tell you one thing. In praising and worshiping God, God does more than when you request. Especially in worship. Worship stirs the Spirit of God to do things that He never promised, even things He has never talked about. God does it when you worship Him. Because worship is just like, there's an adage in Igbo that says, if you praise a king for what he has done, he will do more. That is what the worship song is like. And don't forget, no matter how far you think you are a praise leader or a worship leader, when you start diluting them, it becomes what we call a diluted worship. It's not a pure worship. No matter what God says about you, whatever it does not bless, it can never support. And whatever it does not support, it can never bless. Good morning.